The Bureau of Land Management presents live from the BLM National Training Center in Phoenix, Arizona, the latest Planning NEPA Forum on Contract Closeout. And now, the host of your program, Cathy Humphrey.
Good morning. Welcome to our latest Planning NEPA Forum. This is the third in a series of 3 broadcasts on how to improve contracting for BLM planning and NEPA documents. We're covering both direct and third-party contracting and contracts for EA and EIS level analyses. In the first broadcast, Contract Initiation, we covered from the inception of a project to selection of a contractor. During the second broadcast, Contract Management, we talked about managing the communication, the mechanics, and the scope or statement of work of a contract. And today's broadcast, Contract Closeout, will include how to use contractors to support the administrative record and respond to litigation, and modifying and closing out a contract, as well as contractor performance. Now, although we're focusing on contracting all or parts of resource management plans, NEPA documents, or other aspects of the planning and/or NEPA process, like conducting public meetings or creating the administrative record, the principles can be applied to contracts for other program work, like habitat assessment, species surveys, computer modeling. And most of the principles can also be applied to assistance agreements. So I'd like to thank everybody who responded to the Metrics That Matter evaluations. You gave us some really great comments this time, and I'd like to go over a few of them and respond to them. I don't know if you know this, but the comments that you send us are anonymous, and one person graciously said he or she would like to help put together a handbook or some sort of training guide for third-party contracting. That's really terrific, but the trouble is I don't know who you are, so if you remember that you volunteered for that, you can send me an email separately, and we'll see what we can do. Somebody else provided a detailed comment about the PowerPoints that we provided prior to the second broadcast, and they asked us to provide the PowerPoints 3 to a page with a white background rather than posting the PowerPoints that we show on the screen with the dark background, so that you each don't have to get rid of the dark background and figure out how to print it 3 per page and all that. Well, that's a great comment, and all I have to say is duh to us, so thanks for pointing that out. So we fixed the PowerPoints for all 3 broadcasts. They're all on there, 3 per page, white background. Now apparently there's a 3-second delay when calling in, and that's probably a little bit distracting, so you can either email, fax, or text us, or you can, if you want to call us, you can just step out of the room while you're calling. And then there was a person that said they didn't agree with everything that we were saying on the panel, that they didn't want memorandums of understanding to become commonplace or required for third-party contracts, because in their realm, most of us understand what needs to be done. That is definitely not a typical situation, but we want you to know it's your call. A lot of what we're saying here is just the panel members' opinions. It's not required. Then another person said that we should have a contracting officer's representative, or CORE, from the National Operations Center, the NOC. They could be here on the panel and ask questions after the presentations, and they would represent the viewing audience. Well, we do have a contracting officer from the NOC, and we also have Chris and I are both COREs, and Molly's a project manager. So we represent the district, state, and national level, and 2 of the representatives, Molly and Chris, are very representative of the viewing audience. Then one other person thought that we should spend a little bit more time on direct contracts, since we have no control over third-party contracts. And I just want to remind everyone that even if a NEPA analysis is prepared by a third-party contractor, it is the BLM's decision whether to permit the action or not. Therefore, we do have control over the quality and the content of the analysis. And third-party contracts seem to be much more commonplace these days, so that's why we've been spending so much time about those. And then this is one of my favorite ones. Some of the commenters aren't so crazy about this telecast format. One person felt that these prepared presentations and talking heads gets a little bit stale. Well, I don't think you'd get much argument on that, not even from us on this panel. And I would love it if you would come down to the National Training Center and help us with an upcoming broadcast and help us develop something more exciting and more creative. That would be great. So again, I'd like to thank you for the brilliant comments. They were specific and they were helpful. You did just what we asked, so thank you. And like on the other broadcasts, today we're going to emphasize how to improve the process and the products rather than dwelling on what's not working. As you're listening today, I'm sure that some questions will pop up in your head. So since we can't see you raise your hand, you can either jot them down now, and then you'll be ready to jump right in during the Q&A segment, or you can go ahead and text us at any time, and that way we'll get to your question as soon as we can. As always, at the end of our show, you will be able to interact with our panel directly. You can call, fax, email, or text. So get ready to write down our contact numbers because they are going up on your screen soon. So we're going to put up the phone, fax, email, and text info on the screen. And just one more thing, if you contact us, especially by text, include your name and location. That helps us out. So as you can see, the phone number is 1-877-862-5346. The fax number is 602-906-5701. And the email and text address is blm_tc_telecast@blm.gov. And as I was alluding to before, if you're not able to mute the sound of the broadcast in the room, then it's better to either email, text, or fax us your questions or step out of the room because there might be some feedback in addition to the 3-second delay. So in a minute, I will introduce our panel, and they will first talk about the role of contractors in creating the administrative record and responding to litigation. And then they'll talk about modifying and closing out contracts, and they'll talk about contractors' performance. After that, it will be your turn to participate by asking questions on any part of the contracting process, not necessarily just what you hear today. You can ask questions about the entire process. And then if you have some best practices you'd like to share, we'd also like to hear those. And then we thought we'd mix it up a bit. We have invited 3 contractors to share their ideas on how to improve the contracting process from their experiences working with several BLM offices and other agencies. I don't know if you remember last time Cindy said that we should look at it from the contractor's perspective, so we're going to invite them and see what they have to say. And then finally, we will end with some closing comments from our panel. Because we have so many exciting things to share with you, we're planning to go for 2 hours today. The past 2 broadcasts have been 90 minutes, so I hope you're able to stick with us the entire time. And I'd like to ask you just one small favor. I know that when you're sitting out there in the field and you're watching us on TV, it's easy to just sit around and chit-chat amongst yourselves and get distracted. But some of your coworkers might actually want to pay attention. So if you could help us all out and help your coworkers out by sitting quietly for the next 2 hours and listen to what's being said. You never know, you might leave the room all bedazzled and excited about what you've heard and how you can improve the process in your office. So now it's time to introduce our panel. And if you've watched the other broadcasts, it will be like I'm reintroducing you to some of your favorite neighbors that you used to invite over to your barbecues. And we lucked out and we were able to get our favorite panel members back. So let's head out to Spokane to see Chris Carleton. Chris has been a planning and NEPA program lead at the Wyoming State Office in Cheyenne for the past 5 years, and he recently accepted a P&EC job at the Spokane District in Washington State. Chris started with the BLM in 2008. He began his career as a NEPA contractor, and he has more than 15 years experience with the federal contracting process. Chris is a core. He's a core for 5 RMP contracts. Hi, Chris. It's great that you could join us.
Thanks, Kathy. It's great to be back with the rest of the team. Sorry I can't be there in person, but it's still good to see you all again.
All right, now back here in the studio, we have Cindy Holtz, who is a contracting officer primarily dealing with environmental contracts at the National Operations Center in Denver, Colorado. She began working for the BLM in 2010 and was involved with federal contracting for many years before that. Hi, Cindy. It's good that you could come down.
Thanks for having me, Kathy.
And finally, Molly Cobbs, who is the Planning and Environmental Coordinator for the Anchorage District Office in Alaska. Molly also started with the BLM in 2010, and she began her career as a NEPA contractor and has more than 10 years' experience with the federal contracting process, much of that on BLM projects. Over the years, Molly's been the NEPA lead project manager for 6 BLM EISs. Molly, I bet you're so glad you could come down here in the spring. It's a little bit nicer here than it is in Anchorage.
You're right. Thanks for having me back.
All right, so that is our panel. And just as a reminder, like I mentioned before, we have a few other guests who we will introduce just before their presentations. Now, on our second broadcast, Contract Management, I did a somewhat detailed recap of what we talked about on the first broadcast, Contract Initiation, including talking about the terminology. So I hope everyone saw one or both of the previous broadcasts, because instead of doing yet another recap up front, what we're going to do this time is we'll summarize some of the best practices at the end of the show.